Hello students, welcome back to the online teaching and learning of English language. I am Manmohini Bhatia, English mistress from Government High School, Sherpur Kalan, Ludhiana. I am here to continue with the next part of class 10th main course book chapter 2, Where is Science Taking Us? But before this, let's revise the content of part 1 with the help of a recapitulation activity. So here on your screen, a few statements have been displayed. On the basis of your understanding of the previous text, you have to choose the statement which is correct according to the first part of the text that you have read. So choose the first correct statement out of these two. Read these statements displayed on your screen and think about the correct statement that you have read about in the first part of the text. And these two statements are, number one is, science has benefited us a lot with regard to material things. And the second statement is, science has done nothing for the material world. Think about these two statements. Which one is correct according to you? Yes, the correct statement is, science has benefited us a lot with regard to material things. Now look at the next two statements displayed on your screen. Science is doing a lot with regard to non-material things. And next is, science is doing less than nothing in this field. So what do you think science is doing in the field of non-material things? Yes, science is doing less than nothing in this field. Now, third statement, we can find machines in every sphere of life. And B part is, machines are not useful in today's life. Think about the correct statement. Well, the answer is A part. We can find machines in every sphere of life today. And now next, fourth set. A part is, science can control its effects on human life. And B is, science has no control over the consequences of making machines. What do you think is the correct answer? Can science control its effect on human life? Or it has no control over the results? Yes, I hope you have guessed it correctly that science has no control over the consequences of making machines. So dear students, after this recapitulation activity, let's start with the next part of our text. Let's do a model reading of this part of the text first. The machine age gives us year by year more hours of leisure, but it fails to teach us how to use them. It gives us mechanical habits of mind and represses the spirit of adventure. Except along machine made lines, we will need all our creative powers to think our way out of the social problems which science has created for us. It is science that has given us the unexpected redistribution of the age groups. Almost every year, some modern drug adds a little more to the average span of life until the upper age is overcrowded. In the United States, for instance, there are already 9 million people over the age of 60. This talk was delivered around the 1950s. In 15 years' time, this number will reach the astonishing figure of 45 million. Who is to keep them? It will need some readjustment. And so science goes on raising its problems. Compared with our fundamental question, what is life? These problems may seem to be of less importance, but they are not really so. What is happening is that science is creating problems faster than they can be solved. Man is struggling in a sort of vicious circle, always striving to catch up and never getting nearer. and there are no signs that the glut of discoveries is coming to an end. War is the worst example. Science has pushed it so far forward that ethics and morals are floundering helplessly behind. It makes one sometimes ask, what is science really after? What are its aims? What is its goal? Its aims seem to be obvious. They are material, of course. One aim is the complete understanding, indeed, the conquest of man's environment, the conquest of everything material, big or small, bringing all powers within man's reach. The other aim is the understanding of all the mysteries that lie within the human body. The material mysteries, the innumerable chemical and physical actions that made the body work. If these are the apparent aims of science, surely they cannot represent the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal, if there is such a thing, must be the understanding of everything that makes life worthwhile, the enrichment of all that life means, that goes beyond material things. For man needs more than food and shelter and clothing and the understanding of what goes on within his stomach. So, students, I hope that you would have read this part of the text and noted the difficult words. So, let's discuss the meanings of a few words that you have found difficult in the first slide of this part of the text. The first word displayed here on your screen is leisure. Leisure means free time, when you are free from work, school, or other responsibilities. So, leisure means free time. Second word is repress. Repress means crush. When you try to control someone or some activity, that means you try to repress that. Third word is adventure. Adventure means exciting experience. Students, a child's life is always full of adventures. Next word is creative. Creative means use of imagination to create. Well, you must have heard he or she is a very creative person. So, next word is redistribution. That means distribution of something in a different way. And the last word on the screen is astonishing, means amazing. When you find something amazing or surprising, so you use the word astonishing for that. I hope these words and their meanings are clear to you now. Let's try to understand the text displayed on your screen. According to the author, science has given us a lot of material things in the form of machines, and these machines have given us more hours of leisure. But it has failed to teach us how to use this free time. Science has given us mechanical habits and suppressed our ability to use our imagination. It has created a lot of special problems, especially the social ones. Science has also invented many new medicines and helped man to live longer. As a result of this, the upper age group has become overcrowded. Here comes another set of difficult words. Read these words and try to understand their meanings before we proceed to the next slide. So, our first word is fundamental, means primary. When something forms a necessary base or is of central importance, it becomes fundamental. And second word is vicious. Vicious means dangerous. When someone or something that is especially cruel, harsh, or violent, that is vicious. And next third word is striving. Striving means trying harder. When you make great efforts to achieve or obtain something, you strive for that. And the last word on this slide is ethics. And I'm pretty sure that all of you know the meaning of this word, that is moral. So, according to the author, science goes on raising a lot of problems. Actually, science is creating problems faster than they can be solved. Man is struggling in a sort of vicious circle. He is making great efforts to catch up, but these problems, which have been created by science, are not coming to an end. Here, the author gives an example of war, which, according to him, is the worst example. Science has given us so many machines to be used during war, but war causes death and destruction. Science has helped to produce more food and goods. But during war, selfish traders hoard the food and people have to starve. The writer wonders here, what are the aims of science? What is its ultimate goal? Let's try to understand the meanings of a few more difficult words from the part of the text that you are going to read next. So, students, first word here is obvious. Obvious means clear. When something is easily understood or clear to you, then we use this word obvious. Our next word is conquest. That means victory. I hope you all have learned this word earlier. Now, next word is apparent. Apparent also means clear. When something is readily seen or open to view, it is apparent to you at that time. And the last word is ultimate. Ultimate means final or the most important, highest or last. So, these are the words. I hope you have learnt these words now and the meanings are clear to you. So the author finds the aims of science obvious. They are material. One aim of science is to conquer man's material environment, and the other aim is the understanding of all the mysteries that lie within the human body. But all these aims cannot represent the ultimate goal that should be to make life worthwhile on this earth. This goal goes beyond material things, and science is doing less than nothing in this direction. So, students, I hope that you have understood this part of the text properly. Now, let's move on to our next part, that is post reading activities. And the first activity here is for your vocabulary expansion. Well, a few words have been displayed on your screen. Read these words. I'll give you the meaning or some explanation regarding a word, and you have to choose the word that means the same or is related to the explanation. I hope the instructions are clear to you now. Read these words now. Vicious, ultimate, leisure, astonishing, conquest, ethical, flounder, and spiritual. So I'm going to give you the first hint. Listen to it properly and then find out the word which means the same. So this word means victory. Yes, think about it. Yes, the answer is conquest. So conquest means victory. So I hope you have guessed it correctly. It was quite easy for you. So I'm going to give you the second hint now. Look at the screen. This word is connected with human spirit. Yes, find out the word which is connected with human spirit. Can you guess it? So the answer is spiritual. Yes, the word connected with human spirit is spiritual. Do you remember I told you that this word is related to religion also? I hope you remember it. Now, once again, look at these words, and I'm going to give you the hint for the third word. And the hint is tolerance, kindness, charity words are related to this word. Do you remember these values? Tolerance, kindness, charity. Now think of the word that is related to these values. Yes? Have you guessed it? And the answer is ethical. Yes, these are ethical values. So the word related to these words is ethical. So now the hint for the next word, and it is science has given us a lot of free time. So free time here is used for the word. Yes, you have to find that word. Free time is used for the word. I hope you have guessed it now. Yes, it is leisure. Free time means leisure. It is used for the word leisure. Now get ready for the next hint. And it is man has found himself trapped in this dangerous circle of material things. Find the synonym for the word dangerous. Yes, synonym for the word dangerous. Think about it. And the synonym for the word dangerous is vicious. Vicious means dangerous, cruel, and full of hatred. Now, here comes the hint for the next word. Making life worthwhile should be the final goal of science. So, you have to find out another word used for final. Yes, look at these words. Choose the word which means final. And the answer is ultimate. So ultimate, final, the most important one. Now, the next hint. This word means amazing. Yes, this word means amazing. Find out the word. And the answer is astonishing. So, astonishing word is also used for amazing. Now, last hint that I'm going to give you. For that, look at your screen. When you struggle to say something, at that time, what do you do? When you struggle to say something, yes, which word refers to that struggle? I hope you remember. You have done this word. You have learnt this word. The struggle to say something. Well, the answer is flounder. You flounder when you struggle to say something. Do you remember when the students, they flounder in front of the teacher while giving the answer to the question sometimes? So students, I hope you would have enjoyed this activity. Now let's move on to our next activity. A few set of questions would be displayed on your screen one by one. Each question has 3 options in its answer. So you have to read the question and choose the correct answer. Let's read the first question which is displayed on the screen. And the first question is, what has science failed to teach us? Options are A, how to use machines, B, how to use our leisure time, and C, how to discover new things. Think about the answer. I'm giving you some time for this. And the answer is how to use our leisure time, how to use our free time. Science has failed to teach us this thing. Now get ready for the second question. And the second question is, what do we need to solve the problems created by science? What do we need to solve the problems created by science? Option A, use our creative powers to think our way out. Option B, stop discovering new things. And option C, keep ignoring these problems. Well, the answer is use our creative powers to think our way out. Do you remember? We have to use our power of imagination. Now, next question. Which is the worst example of the degradation of social and ethical values? According to the writer, which is the worst example? Option A, corruption. B, drug abuse. And C, war. Think about the answer. Answer is now displayed on your screen and it is war. According to the author, war is the worst example in which social and ethical values keep on degrading. Now, next question is, what should be the ultimate aim of science? Option A, to make life happy. Option B, to make life worthwhile on the earth. And option C, to make life easy and comfortable. I'm giving you some time. Which option is the correct answer? Yes, and the answer is to make life worthwhile on the earth. According to the author, this should be the ultimate aim of science. So here comes another activity on your screen. Read these words displayed here, and you have to first change these words into adjective and then make sentences of the adjectives that you have made out of these words. I hope you know what adjective is. Adjectives are words used to describe or modify nouns or pronouns. For example, red, quick, happy, all these words are adjectives because they can describe things. For example, a red hat, the quick rabbit, a happy duck. So you have to change the words that are given to you here and you have to change these words into adjectives. And once you turn them into adjectives, you have to make sentences of the words that you have got. I'm giving you some time for doing this activity. The words here are brilliantly. First, you have to change brilliantly into its adjective. And then you have to make sentence of the word that you have got. Now, next is simply, then nervously, carefully, and lovingly. So take your time. Change these words into adjectives first. So students, I hope you are ready with your answers. First word is brilliantly, and the adjective of brilliantly is brilliant. And I have used this word in a sentence also. He is the most brilliant student of our class. Now look at the next word, simply, and adjective is simple. The rule of the game are quite simple. Yes, the word simple is adjective and used to describe the rule of the game. Now third is nervously, and adjective is nervous I was too nervous to recall his name. Yes, it tells the condition, my condition, that I was too nervous. I was so nervous that I couldn't recall his name. And next is carefully. Carefully. And adjective is careful. We should be careful in choosing friends. Yes, we should be careful in our behavior, in our choosing our friends. And next is lovingly, and adjective is loving. We generally say he is a gentle and loving person. So, loving describes the quality of a person here. So, it is adjective. I hope you have enjoyed this activity, and this is the end of our session 2. We shall continue with our last part of the text in the next video. And I hope you will come prepared after revising the first and second part of the text when we shall meet next. So, thank you for your attention.